they told me to give money to one woman in Nigeria that I've never met before, I've never spoken to before. So I had to try to arrange how I will do that. So I now, anyway, to cut a long story short, I ended up paying everything that was outstanding. And then that's when the revelations of what I will go into came. Okay, so back to where I was. So this year, I came across one woman, one Asian woman. And funny enough, her name is is Malika. Not Suleo Malika, but Malika is her name. So, and she spoke about one big financial corporation. They're into like the banking sector. And what they do is, if like in the field, if you're talented, if you're knowledgeable in the field, they can potentially invest in you and you start a partnership with them. So when I was told this, I had confidence in myself because what you have to do, you have to go through an examination, and the examination is for 3 months, 90 days. I was confident in it because, like I said, every information that I got, I took it back to God at every point, and they will teach me stuff, tell me stuff to drop and stuff to add. And like I said, there were spiritual revelations as well. But I went to go and take the company to God and asked him if it's something I can go into. And then I had a dream, and in that dream, I saw that there were many companies rushing. Pardon? Oh, not English. Okay, hallelujah. Yes.
It's okay, man. Oh, yeah, hey, it's that you were hearing. But you are not saying it's that.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, man. Hallelujah. 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 The worst thing you can do to yourself is to ignore or play away out of the testimony, because you will not know which one your life will be and which one to employ you. It's not that you are hearing it digital. All I decided to ignore because I thought, what that testimony that comes? That testimony is not out to make anything for me. You don't know. There's no testimony I need to make me anything. Spiritual. I am not looking for anything. Physical, as I am. If God protects me as I am, and it's time for me to do, and I do, I am accomplished. I'm not looking for extra things. You are looking for so many things. I'm not looking for one. And if God gives you the grace to do a testimony, be used or be employed, or God gave you the grace to see a testimony for you as a key to open your door, and you know you have joined the world. I enjoy it, Lord. The choice. And like I said in one of these lectures, I said you can take a decision, but the effect of the decision you cannot determine. That effect you just know. You are taking the meal. Some of you, when you take the meal, you open your eyes to see the cup. You lose in the end. The cup is not for you. It was by sight. The woman said, and when the woman saw that it was good for food, it was good to the eye. It was a wine. So she looked into it and she took and ate and she took. You don't look into the cup. That's another mistake. That's why God said, take them to the waters to drink. Those who laugh to drink, and those who drink, looking at the waters, separate them. It's a mystery. Those who take it, they do this. Some people are, maybe you saw it. They will come out. Some people were taking it. There are so many things that denote loss. And God will not change. It's not because, sorry, they are my children. What I should give you, I've taught you. It's time to do it your own way. It's your choice. They won't hold me for that. So if somebody is doing a testimony, and that testimony is not used for you, you will be distracted. Lady was saying, be focused. I saw it today. Yes, so be focused. You are distracted. When Dele is focused and you are distracted, you think you have been greater than it. You think you can wage war against someone that is focused and you overcome it. No, you can't be distracted and be an overcomer. It's just an error. If you have a mentality of an overcomer and you are distracted, you are in contrast with yourself. When I saw it, I said, amen. I was sitting there and I saw it. I said, wow. But I think it was on status or on one of these pictures. Amen. Be focused. When you are distracted, you are shattered. Because you are partaking. You have forgotten that there was a knocking. We are coming back to it. And you told yourself, I'm taking, I'm free now. You are your own. Don't let me waste my time. Toby, speak, let me hear. Think you taka. Toby, are you there? You have 3 minutes more to do Tiki Taka.
No, I'm dead. I wasn't unmuted. Okay. Anyway, okay. I think I then had a dream. And
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, talk.
I just had a dream concerning the company I presented, and in that dream, I saw.
It's not working at all.
Welcome to use Zealot products. Bluetooth mode.
Can you hear me?
Say something.
Can you hear me?
Eh? I can hear you. I cannot hear you properly. Go out and come back in. Is Amanda there or Sarah?
Sarah is here.
Baba, it's your mic.
I'm not using mine. I'm not talking. You see that he's talking.
No, it's the mic. It's the
Maybe you
mic
say-
you're using on Zoom. It's very bad. That's why it's
Can you-
affecting the sound.
We can hear you loud and clear. Am I to correct?
Yes.
So it's not my mic. Toby, exit and come back in. Oh yeah, Sarah or Amara, say something.
They're saying it's the fan. The sound is interfering.
Talk your
with
own. You're saying it's the It's not my talk that they want to hear, it's your talking. Until
Yeah, but Baba, your sound
talk,
is affecting
you can hear
us. Yeah, but we are
Can
affecting
you hear? Don't worry about me. You talk your own. I'm not talking testimony.
Can I mute? We cannot hear online. Can I mute? Can you be muted? For us online is very, very bad.
Oh yeah, it's the testimony you want to hear, not me. I'm not giving testimony. Oh yeah, talk.
Amara.
Cameraman bẹ.
Amara ò sí mi. Amara ò sí mi mọ́.
Kò sí wẹ̀ mọ́.
Bọ̀ sí sáré ṣe náà fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Ṣé ìṣẹ́ náà fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà. Sí sáré ṣe náà fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Oh yeah, Sarah is not talking again.
Baba,
What is it?
if anybody on Zoom wants to speak, they can't speak properly because the sound from your Zoom is affecting us.
We are hearing you.
Yes, but the sound, but
You.
when I muted your sound, they unmuted and it's affecting us online.
Don't worry. When you are speaking, we will meet our mic.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, meet your mic there.
Wow, the sound is great now. Hallelujah. This was what I gave about my pregnancy last year with the Holy Mary celebration. Baba said that everybody should sew a new satana. But then later on, towards the end of the week, he now said that Holy Mary was staying for another week, 2 weeks rather. So in that second week, thank God my satana came, and I was able to take part. And at that time, we had just started Esin Alaboyun, as a house. Before I was doing it by myself, but for some reason I didn't see anything, and that's very unlike me. So I was quite upset that how can I be doing this service by myself every week and I don't even have anything? And there were things that I was requesting. So in that second week, when we got our new sultanas, and we had started the SEN Level U together, I remember I asked them that I wanted my labor to be quick and easy, no stress, no nothing. Because I remember Baba, when I had the twins, although in my opinion, it wasn't too long, Baba said that I was lazy when I gave birth to them. So I said that this time I wanted it to just be something sweet. So when I did that prayer and we did the service, what was funny is because that Tuesday in the vigil, everybody was saying that they had dreams and they saw a woman, And Baba laid emphasis on, seeing a woman in your dreams, but at that time. So I remember in the service, I had a dream and I gave birth and the baby just slid out. It just literally just slid out. And there was a sister that was standing there. And so I just held on to that and I just continued in the service. When it now came time to having my baby, I remember throughout the day I was a bit uncomfortable, but with the way things were going, I just thought, oh no, I'm not giving birth anytime soon. I just didn't think the baby was coming. And so I just decided to join vigil because I said, well, I'll do vigil today. And my husband was on his way home, but he was telling me that I should prepare, the bags and everything we will take. So I made sure that all of that was packed. So when I now joined vigil, because at that time we had different times, so UK was still 1 hour behind Nigeria. So we started vigil around maybe just past 11 in Nigeria. So in the UK was just past 12. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I was like, yeah, we need to go to the hospital. And it's so funny because me and my husband agreed that we're going to go to a hospital that's far because the one that is close to our house, we didn't want to go to that hospital. And we didn't want to go to the past 11 because it was late. We didn't want to go to that hospital, but I'm not joking. If I took one step, the baby was going to just fall on the floor because I didn't even understand. So we went into the car and I told him that, look, please just take me to the hospital that's close by because I won't make it if we go to the far hospital. And he said that he wasn't even going to tell me that. It was just going to take me to the hospital nearby. Can you imagine? So anyway, when we now got to the hospital, obviously we have the twins and we have Rebecca. And, it's just us. So he cannot come into the hospital with, with the babies because of all these COVID-19 restrictions. And I guess they just won't allow babies in the room. So he had to take them. And the place we were going to take them to was Uncle Boyega's house. When I got upstairs, I was in the lift and I was telling the man that was pushing me that this baby's gonna come out in the lift. Like you need to move fast because you're just moving too slow. The baby's gonna come out. So when I got to the ward, they were still asking me, questions, and I was like, look, this baby is going to come out now, so you need to take me to the bed. When they took me to the bed, the lady was just like, okay, you just follow my instructions. When I tell you to push, you push. When I tell you not to push, you don't push so that, there's no issue, so that there's no tears. And when I was on my way, I made sure because I saw how, I guess, inexperienced I was when I had the twins. And I remember it was so funny because when they were telling me to push, I'll be shouting and they were like, no, you can't push when you're shouting. You have to push while you're quiet so that you put the energy into pushing. So this time I just did some research on how to breathe and things like that. So when the lady was telling me to push, I remembered what I had read. And I was so confident that because I had that dream and I saw that my baby was just going to slide out, I didn't even have any issues like that. So when she told me to push, she said, okay, your water is broken. I said, okay. Anyway, she told me, we're just going through. She told me to stop, to start. And I pushed again and the baby came out. And it was so weird because I was like, wait, is this it? And I asked her how long, before the water broke and the baby came out. She said 4 minutes. I said, excuse me. She said, yeah, you're amazing. All these things these people say. And it was crazy because by the time I got to the hospital and had all of that, it was 12:38. So you can imagine I left past 12 and then on the bed and everything. By 12:38, the baby was out and fine. And she said I had no tears, I had no issue, I had nothing like that. So I thank God for that. And then just a small one. And then this year, as we were preparing for the celebrations and whatnot, I had a dream, and in the dream, I remember that we were in this building and there was this thunderous noise underneath, like underneath the ground, as if like people were stomping, ready to fight, ready to just some loud stomping, so loud. And in the dream, I remember seeing my family and I remember seeing that they compete and everybody was wearing their sutana. And I was asking, okay, so what are we wearing our sutana for? And they were saying that we're wearing our sutana because we're ready for war. So I was like, okay, so we could hear the stomping, stomping, stomping. It was like those people under were going to come up to fight. Then I saw Baba standing, and all of a sudden, as in the sound of the rumbling of like the terror, it vanished, as in it just, and I was just thinking, as in the dream, that why are we wearing our satana and all this noise is happening, and all of a sudden we see this man and then the noise just stops. And then that same day, I remember someone, I think it was Prophet Benga, he posted on the wall about something about satana and the sanctification of your satanas. I was just like, wow, all things are in line. So I'm just waiting for my 1,000 testimonies for this Holy Mary program. Wow. Yeah, there's my testimonies. Hallelujah. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Joe.
Amen. Lord, it's so long.
What's your mix?
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Brother, we do it.
Mo kúkú ń dá yín lóhùn. Hallelujah. So my testimony started last year, and my encounter with Holy Mary. It started when I joined the group. They added me by God's grace, so it was an opportunity. So immediately I was added to the group. I got Brother Yade posted the testimony on the wall about Holy Mary. So when I got home in the night, in the middle of the night, so I presented the testimony and I slept. So that was where my encounter started from with Holy Mary. So my experience with her last year was a fantastic. Eh?
Going that house, that is you.
Yeah. So my encounter with her last year made me give her a name. I named her Mama Ibukun because the way she dealt with me, it was in a blessing form. So I was blessed. She made me so relevant. My life became different through that testimony. And I thank God each time. I even told Baba, I was telling Baba everything, the way everything was going last year. If I ask anything in the night before morning, the result is here. So she became so close to me that I was even telling Baba that this woman is very close to me. I love her. That the encounter I had with her, the relationship I have with her, is so she's easily accessible to me than Jesus Christ. Because anything I have, even while thinking it in my mind, is already here. So I thank God for Holy Mary. So she made me so relevant that even in my business, all this while I've been thinking, when there was one time Brother Bideli gave a testimony of promotion. So I was thinking in my mind that, how will I be promoted in this business I'm doing? Shame me, already, God is already blessing me in this my hair business. That what else do I need? So my mentality was confined then. I couldn't think large. Not until last year that everything began to play out. Things I never thought of doing. The inspiration was coming. As the inspiration was coming, as I was utilizing them, God was just blessing me. Even till now, I thank God. I really thank God. So I can be boastful of her. I can introduce her to anybody that this woman is a wonderful woman. So I gave her Yaibuku because she's a blessing in my life. And during the after on the Holy Mary Day, I asked for two things that I've been praying for. While I was seated during the service on Friday last year of Holy Mary, she told me, this is how this will come to play. This thing that you are looking for, this is how it will come to be. So on the Sunday, brother, it starts today before the Sunday of the Thanksgiving. Brother, you said all of us, as in the committee member, that we should go and pray and ask that we want to see her before anyone outside the committee sees her. So I was so furious. I was like, I really need to see this woman. Though I've been seeing her, the way she relates with me, but I've never seen her physically. So I prayed. I made sure that all my house was kept clean. So I lay down just to close my eyes. Then I saw that thing. Though Baba said, because what I saw was a lion, was in a lion form. So the lion just came out and went back. The thing was just brief like that. Then I said, okay, I think I've seen Holy Mary. So I thank God for my encounter with her. She changed my life and I got promoted in every aspect of my life. People can see it, everyone can see it, so evident. So I thank God for Holy Mary. And I also thank God for this year again. She has started. There was something that happened during at the course of the Holy Mary celebration last year. The same thing has repeated itself this year again. It happened yesterday. And I know by the time we finish with Holy Mary celebration, I will be able to come up with my testimony in full this time. Hallelujah.
Bratobi.
Hello, hallelujah, thank you. So, as I was saying, I had a dream, and in that dream, I saw that many companies, big companies, were rushing me, saying that they want to invest in me. And in that dream, I was turning them down, saying that what I have is enough, that I'm okay. So when I woke up, I took it as okay, they've given me a go ahead. So I went into the examination, and the examination is over the span of 3 months, and they split it into two. So the first examination is 1 month, 30 days. So as I was doing it, I started facing some challenges, and it got to the point where I had 3 days left to complete the examination. And my wife came and told me, she said that they told her in a dream that she should tell me that why am I relying on my own stress, on my own strength, that don't I know that they discuss my matter. They have meetings concerning this matter, that I should stop worrying and stop relying on my own strength. So, okay, when I heard that, I said, no problem. I will take a step back and let me see what they will do. And Tuesday, the 11th of May, I had one more day to complete it. Tuesday, 11th of May, is when Brother Tosin Ajayi gave his testimony. So I went to them. I was like, I'm not going to fail in this testimony. So that vigil, they started showing me some secrets. So I now use those things, and I passed that first examination by the next morning. So when I now wanted to start the second examination, I said, you that said these things to me, I want there to be a showing that you are with me. The examination is 60 days in length. I want there to be a show that you're with me. So then I was shown some things. And when I used those things, the examination that was supposed to be 60 days, I completed it that very first day. So when they saw this, they were astounded. And they said, okay, they're willing to go into partnership with me. So by that, I was given one crazy contract. And that's how I now started with the company. Now, that aside, hallelujah, that aside, I went back to them saying, okay, look, I've been given this contract. I can work for myself now. Can I leave my workplace? They still said no, that I should still stay. So I got to, what is it that you people are keeping me here for? If there's something that you need me to do, hurry up and show it so that I can do it and leave, because my issue was the time freedom. I didn't have time to myself and I needed time. And to now balance the two would be difficult. Then, still on the line of remembrance, they reminded me that, don't you remember that it was a testimony that brought you to this place? Then when I remembered that, I was like, I've been foolish. How can I be in a place of testimony, that a place where testimony brought me there, and I'll be subjected? So I said, no problem. I will remain, but I will pronounce a judgment. And that judgment is that for me, I don't care about anyone else, but for me, everything should be to my favor. The first thing I now did, I went to work and I told them, my contract, I'm changing it from today henceforth. I'm no longer working the shift patterns that you want me to work. I'm doing my own contract. I'll come in the days that I like, and I will finish the days that I would like. So I told them that, and to God be the glory, since January to this moment, I've been doing what I like in that workplace, and there's nothing anybody can do. So, hallelujah. And
hallelujah. So my testimony, let's make it short. Last year, before I even knew anything about Holy Mary, my first time celebrating her, I had a dream 1 week.
I can't hear you. Speak louder.
So last year, a week prior to celebrating Holy Mary, this was my first year. This has been my first, well, last year was my first year celebrating Holy Mary, or even knowing about her. A week prior to celebrating her, I had a dream, and in that dream, I was in a church and there were people like in the middle, I would say like prophets and prophetesses in the middle of the church. And me and a few other ladies were standing by the wall, like we were just standing on the side in the church. So there was a woman that now came, she now started walking towards me with a baby in her hands. And something had told me that she was walking towards me, that I should be the one to go and collect that child from her hands. So as I knew that, I started walking towards her. And then another lady that was also standing, that we were standing on the side, she began walking as well. And I could tell that she quickly wanted to grab that baby before I was able to get to the baby. So I began, as I knew what she was doing, so I now sped up my walk. And anyway, I ended up getting to the woman first, and I took the baby off her. So immediately I took the baby off her, something entered me physically. So I woke up and I had felt that I had been given something from that dream. So I told my husband, and my husband said that he told me to go and collect a baby from a dream. Like, what is going on? And I told Baba. Then Baba told me that I was pregnant, and at this time, my firstborn was only 4 months old. So I was just a bit like pregnant. I was just a bit like pregnant already. So anyway, I didn't end up falling pregnant until a few months after. And it's still, the process is still in completion, but it's just a true show that Holy Mary is the one that gave me the baby. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Testimony for my short. Because this is 21 years. Here, as he celebrates Holy Mary. Bàbá náà lọ introduce wa. Tọ́dọ̀ owó dùn ní ìbàdí àti ọmọ owó dùn ní sí orí ló pé bí sí big church sí Holy Mary Cathedral International. For last year, which is 2019, I'll say 2019, 2020. 2019, bá a ṣe ṣetán, Matthew ti ṣe WAEC.
Oh, so it is without,
Sorry. I'll just show the testimony from 2019 to now. 2019, as Matthew just finished his WAEC, for him to enter university, there is strike, ASUU strike, here and there. I no even bother. The reason why I no bother, I must be sincere. I look at, if you want to enter school at that time, my power does not reach, and he have do enough, because I didn't believe that he would just write one WAEC and pass. I must be sincere. So at this time, okay, I don't say anything about it. I just keep quiet. I don't say they should stop the strike or they should not stop. I keep quiet. On 2020, as we finish, a week after, I was seriously sick. Serious one. Because since COVID starts, from my workplace, once you enter, it's 2 weeks. But before you enter, you fill form. Doctors will check you. Nurses will check you. They will do every test. Make sure that you are sound before you enter. As you enter after 2 weeks, before you come out. As I came out that day, on Sunday, I felt sick. Serious one. Another 2 weeks, I need to resume. On Saturday, serious sickness, so it's not joke. And I remember that 2019 they give us gifts, towel, and Baba made mention something about the towel. So on Saturday morning, after I would say 13 days, I need to resume back on Sunday, and I need to go to implementation council on that Saturday. I now remember the towel. I just use towel for 1 week and I keep it. I go and bring the towel out. I do water with the salt from Ibeko and bath and use the towel to clean my body. Because the sickness is so high, I will not lie. Me myself, I know that this one is between life and death. Truly. Baba, I've not seen that kind of sickness in my life. Everybody was afraid. As I want to drove out, everybody. Matthew will say, my daddy, you cannot drive out. Oh. Let me drive you. You just be. Yamati say, you don't need to go. And I say, I must go. Even if I don't go to work, I'll go to Ketu. Because this sickness for almost 2 weeks. No. It's not ordinary. There is something. As I reach Ketu, I'm Fori Ballet. Someone just say, go and collect linty and drink. And I took the linty. As we are doing meeting, that day, the people that is there, they will notice. I'm still shaking. But as we finished the meeting,
Was I there?
yes, you are there.
I didn't know.
After the meeting, you asked me, say, Babati, what happened? And I explained myself. So you now say I should bring water. You just put your hand into the water and I drank. So I drove. Now, all that night, Saturday night, I'm thinking of Sunday morning. By 6 a.m., I must enter, latest 7 a.m. And all these tests, how can I pass the test and enter? I know that once I enter, there is doctors and nurses that they will take care of me. There is no problem. But for me to enter, is problem. And God will have it. At the gates, my temperature go down. It come to normal 36.1. And I enter. As soon as I fill all the form and enter, he rise up again. I just walk down to the doctor, say, this is my situation, blah, 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 blah. They say there is no problem. Everything is okay. As they do everything, they say nothing happened to you. Everything is okay. And since then, till now, no sickness. That's one. Along the line, as to stop, because I remember saying if I can use towel and solve the problem, Matthew must not remain at home again. In 2021, God, do something, and ASU suspend their strike, and they resume school. Though for him to resume, he shake me. Hallelujah. He really shake me, and I thank God. The same time, all because Baba said that Wamati, you must put them for sport academy. They must go for sport. So everything, every way begin open here and there till now. So I thank God. Yeah.
Idea we do that. I think it is alright. What's alright? Master, what are you doing? Idea we do. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Àwa lọ ìjà kan, ìjọ mímọ́ lọ, ìjà kan, ìjà gíga. Bàbá o, Jésù Kristi lọ́ba. Orí owó fún láti. How many of you used it? I say, how many of you did you work for? And you did not give testimony. Because it's not only me. Oh my shit. Oh my shit. You don't know connections at all. No problem. God willing. All things is well. All things are okay now. Don't forget I told you. He broke his body and made it into a chip of food to bring back the head of the acts of the sign of your life for wherever it is lost. Olúmawa ó sì ti gbà. Àwọn tó wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ náà wọ́n ti gbà. Ẹ tí ò wá ni ó dùn mọ́ mi pé kò wá. You go balance now. It's good for me when they take your communion on the Zoom. So I just go say, take. All of you take once and I eat the remaining. Although everybody that take, if you take in that Zoom, you pay my money. Not money by no money. It's cash money. They got me with us. They say the guy I want to see. I don't really I'm giving you 7 minutes. And then I go to 10 minutes. They say, "2 days, you compare." And I can transfer it. That's why I said, today I'm going let's listen to their song.
If you look at that song, it's good, but the people who sang that song of the truth, have they received life? Have they received life? You don't know. How can you know? Have they received life? They don't know. I say, have they received life? Very part of it. How did they receive it? What you call laughter is stupid sometimes. Because when you are not assured in truth, the one who use your laughter against. You know, when I'm talking at this time, another person, I say, have they received life? When I talk the sense, how? How? Because you have a mother. How do you now receive a life? How did you receive life from one? I give you your needs. I give you better one.
Answer for them. Because the sound is on. The worst of the song, the best of song in life, is composed by the Church of Satan. Best of song in life. I said the best of the song in life is composed by the Church of Satan. That your word will sing. If there is not taking, you know those songs. Because when you are learning from here, you are still eating up. They say, I'm going to go to one and two. Because before we talk to my daddy, oh, I know the bike. I love play party. Everybody, for the cover, everybody. They made songs. They did a CD. Yeah, the anchor, I'm going to look to you. You need to look for them to launch themselves. How do I celebrate? How do you celebrate if I don't celebrate myself? Who amongst them? It's here. It's here with fire. Everyone. One of them, you see the organizer. Tell the organizer. And then a video of Shaggy for 5 minutes to done. I want to see. Hey, those of you who have not launched that thing, you are the double wow. Ọlọ́run kó tí ì sùn lọ. Pé tí wọ́n ti mú yèdè báyìí, kò fẹ́ lọ nìyẹn. Ìjọba ní ẹgbàá ló ń wá àwọn ojú ẹ̀ka. Wọ́n fi yè ló ń wá. Ó sùn lọ nìyẹn lálàáfíà. Ẹ̀yin náà máa lọ́ọ̀tì ara yín. I won't take time. I'm not launching here as in we are not launching today. On Saturday, I don't know your program. Everyone that has not launched, I am not begging you. In Jesus' name, you can trust me. I'm not begging you. If you have not launched and you saw a need to launch on Saturday, in one of the programs, you just finish launching by pass. You squeeze it in. I don't know how lengthy your program can be. Yeah, 3 hours. And we do launch in 1 hour, add 1 hour to it. From what time? 3 to 7. There's something for 7. So launching will come first.
One will make it that people will stay. He was making it to make 4 hours.
Okay. We'll put lunch intermittently. Don't waste our time to say you want to lunch. Because I told the uncle, call them by the name because I see us making random and then things are coming, they're typing, they're all this thing. 1, 2, 3, we go. And we are done. So on Saturday, he wants to launch. And they gave you the account. Yes. Okay. Launch your lunch on there. May God be with us. Amen. It has been enough. It's long. Ó lè jà á, ṣáà kan ẹ́. Pause. What? I say I'm very received. I just say I'm very received. Like I say house. And the people have the receive like because the pastor of the city. Let's not take away our sin and carry our need, take our water. And I'm start over to say, and we are participating in the life then, and the video was like, our person. Everybody will start something.